Okay, so next what we want to do is start adding the weeks markup. So I will erase this. Now I'll create a constant. So what I'm doing here is I'll create a function which will return the weeks based on the month and the year. And then each of this div will be a particular row. So if we go back to this example which we have, so each of this is a week. So we'll get the weeks, we'll map over the weeks and return a container for each of the rows. So let's do that first. Const and let's pass in 2 and 2018 for now. So here 0 corresponds to January, then February, and then 2 is March. I have copied the method which gives us the weeks for months, and we'll see what that looks like. Console.log weeks, and it is defined over here. So feel free to pause the video and walk through this. It's not as complicated as it looks, but definitely worth going through. You can see that it creates an array of arrays. Okay, so we have this and then weeks marker. Let's save this and then go here. Week length is not defined. Okay, so we need to define this. Save that. Okay, perfect. So we can see it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which corresponds to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's giving us the right number of rows. And if we inspect, go to console, we can see that it gives us 5 elements in an array, and each element is an array of all the dates. So it's null for the empty ones here, and then returns the full date for rest of these. So now that we have this, we will create week.map this render week. Now I'll create this, we can erase this for now. So map passes in the first element, just like here, the first element as the first argument, and then the index as the second one. So instead of crowding the render too much, I'm going to abstract this out. So this, the render week, which is right here, will be called with the full date, which is this full date, and the index of the day. And here what I will do is, for now, I'll just return a div with full date, and the key should be the day index. Perfect. What I also need to do is create a constructor, because this the render week will not have the correct this being passed in. Perfect. I'm intentionally skipping over some of these details of why the correct disk is not passed in. I think that is something for a different playlist, or maybe just reading the docs. I will link to the docs below for each of these. So why are we binding this? What is a React fragment? All of these are explained well in the docs. Read the description to links to the explanation of those. Okay, so we have bound the render week. We get our weeks. Now we create weeks markup by mapping over each of them, which returns this. Let's also go ahead and add the styles we need for the week, which is as simple as display flex. Save this, save that. Interesting. I think this is happening because we are giving it the date object. So if you look at this, this is do something like const date full date to get the actual date, and then paste the date here. Okay, still no luck. Cannot read property get date of null. Okay, now this is happening because if you look at what it prints out, for the dates that do not exist, they are null. So we'll have to handle that. So I can add if full date is null, return null date. And this is just temporary. We will replace this with empty divs. And then if it's not null, then get the date. Does it work? Okay, perfect. So we can see it says null date, null date, null date, and then 1, 2, 3, and then all the other days. So you can see it's coming together. We need to add some styling to make it look much better. So in the next episode, we will create a day component to style the particular day